Alright, what's up, guys? We're going to be doing a video of Papa Luke in raids. We're going to Papa Luke and Papa... Oh, there he is. Okay. There we go. So we're going to do a little video just showcasing how well the rank 3 Papa Luke does in raids. I have all 4 of the fights here. I love the artwork on this. These things look great. Pay no mind to the fact that they have the MODOK information for Professor X. Not really that important. We are going to move up here to our Vanguard spot, and we are going to choose the Shield Smasher option. I know it's also suggested maybe to go with the weak spot one there for Papa Luke as well, but that one you get your roll charges or your raid fervor or whatever by punishing their heavies or their special attacks. And since one of the fights is going to be Prowler, you specifically do not want to try and punish his special attacks. So I just figured, yeah, probably better to avoid that one. Plus, as you're going to find out and see here, these armor breaks with Papa Luke are pretty ridiculous. He starts doing some crazy big damage right away. Looking over what we have to do versus the hood here, we had to either do 4 medium attacks in a row or 5 light attacks in a row, whichever it gets called out. And other than that, it's just a pretty standard hood fight. No big deal here, really. You know, just limit them to the L1 and see what you can do. The first time I go in here, I really did not play this well. I was trying to avoid taking damage, which is just silly because the most important thing is that you want to block and get those armor breaks up. And so like you can see there, I only have 3 instead of 5, which is the max that you can get. And I just was not playing around it. Or I was trying to play around it rather and not really doing as much damage as I could because I didn't have those all up. And then there's Papa Luke's nice utility when he's awakened. Don't take any damage there. But yeah, we just kind of do a standard hood fight. And I was thinking go for the L3 because when Papa Luke gets a big trauma or whatever it is, he gets off his L3. So it's figured for a longer fight. You know, it's a 3-minute fight. We're not doing battlegrounds here. That go for the L3 and use that would be the best way to go. And then later on I just kind of decided, nah, I think the L2, if we just stick to his L2, put those concussions up, you know, he does more damage, which with each damaging debuff on the opponent, every single one increases his damage. And so having those armor breaks is another source of damage for him. Even just outside of the armor break itself, just having that non-damaging debuff up means that he's going to hit harder. So that's useful, but as you can see here, like I'm down to 1 and it's almost gone. And I really just was not paying enough attention in this first fight. Just kind of finding my footing and figuring out what I wanted to do. It's nice that we get those 7 of the revives for free right off the bat, 14 total for the week, right? And that really makes a huge difference. I really love that addition that Kabam did for raids. A very good thing. Makes this mode very fun for me. Some people don't love it because it is very repetitive, right? You're doing the same fights over and over again, but I really do like it. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward through this portion here because like I said, I didn't play this one super well, and then we'll just get on to the next fight where I kind of figured out what I was supposed to be doing and did a better job of it. So as you can see there, I timed out, didn't do the max damage that I could. Got the biggest hit being like 633k there, no big deal. We go back in, and then I kind of figured out more what I was supposed to be doing. I did a couple, I think, in between here. And starting off with that debilitate is nice. That's an extra damaging debuff, and that does, or non-damaging debuff, but he does extra damage with that, of course. And then it helps to keep up all of the other non-damaging debuffs, like his exhaustions and everything, longer. Keep those armor breaks at 5 the whole time. This time around, do a much better job here of managing that. I think we just go straight for the L2, and it makes a huge difference having some more of that raid fervor, because there you go, he's hitting for 1 million something there on the crit. Oh no, yeah, okay, we do the L2 here. Yeah, 1.4 million on that last part of the L2. That's great. Nice 453k medium in the middle there. Just a much faster fight. And I think in this one and then the next one, I'm going to hit the max damage on this with, like, I don't know, halfway through the fight. A minute 30 and we got max damage already. You can see he really just starts to take off and be hitting pretty crazy here. Yeah, and there we go. We are at max damage halfway through the fight. That little extra there you can see was because I screwed around and ate his L3 because, you know, it's Papa Luke and can't get damage from it. And then I used my L3 and I was just like, what am I doing? Why am I recording this? This is just silly. Let's just skip on. So then, yeah, halfway, so a minute and a half, and he's hit the damage cap. Again, we're going to see the same thing here. A minute and a half, and he hits the damage cap pretty easily. He's just really fun to play too. I really like his very just basic, straight up, beat him in the face kind of play style. It makes me happy. Similar to Hulk, similar to, you know, it's just nice to smash. I love to smash, so, you know, what can you do? What can you do? As you can see, he's already going down pretty quick here, getting that raid fervor up, maxing it out pretty much. I don't mind the callouts on this one too. It's pretty easy. 5 lights or, you know, 4 mediums. Not the worst thing in the world to have to try and do that. Pretty easy to see too. One of the things that I find to be a little bit of an issue in some of the other fights is just how many darn buffs and debuffs are up there, and it's just kind of hard to see everything. He accidentally goes invisible because he was backed in the corner for too long. Did it to himself. There we go. No worries. L2. Boom, boom, boom. That was not bad. Didn't get a crit on the end there. Would have been nice. And then again, about, I think, close to halfway through here. Yeah, one more L2, I think, and yeah, there we go. Can't even get through the animation. He's hitting the damage cap there again within about like a minute 45 or so. So, not too shabby at all. And then by the time I got back from going out, my alliance mates had already had this one all ramped up versus the Prowler here, so didn't really have a lot left to do. On this one, I don't like this one quite as much because you do need to knock him down. And that's a little tricky because you can't get the spacing there, his medium, you can't attack. And I'm pretty sure if I practice this fight, I could do it just fine. Like hit a light attack there and then do a heavy. But in that case, it's just like, sometimes it's just easier to knock him down by using your special. And I could do that faster in order to like get the charges up, but I just want to go for the L2 instead of the L1. So I go ahead and just wait for that, and make sure you're not punishing the Prowler's specials, because that's gonna, like I said at the beginning of the video, that's gonna cause you all sorts of problems. I think you just take like a bunch of damage back, or I forget exactly what it happens, but it's not good. It's bad. Don't do it. Don't punish the specials. So you see me here just backing away, not punishing any of the specials, and then, you know, it's hit with a light dash back, you know, Dex, and make sure Dex procs, and then knock him down, and you just do. Get in where you fit in, basically. But this fight's not too bad. I think that for some champions, depending on who you're choosing, it's going to be a little bit tricky. But Papa Luke here just has that added utility, of course, when he's awakened of the indestructible. So even if I screw up, it's not going to be that big a deal. Takes me a little while to get the damage going here, but then once I do, he's going down pretty quick now. And I think we'll see next month, but I'm pretty sure I could go ahead and hit the damage cap, or at least get like 10%, 9% each time with Papa Luke, I think, on this fight. But I think he'd be fine hitting the damage cap, because as you can see here, he disappears there at the end. A big old heavy, almost 1 million on that heavy. Then we get on to the Invisible Woman fight, which is apparently the most difficult fight from everyone I've been hearing. Oh yeah, we get totally mediocre rewards here in the middle. Great, I got the tier 6 catalysts all the time. It was totally fun. Except for the last one, I got Valiant, which I did include at the end of this this video. I got the 10 Valiant crystals. They were super exciting. Spoiler alert, I guess. But yeah, so then on Invisible Woman here, you need to punish her heavy or punish her specials. Right there, you can see it start. I forgot how the heck she works. And in this first fight here, we got no charges. I'm the first one going in, and it's just really pretty lame because the problem with her is that her shield, which protects her from taking damage, scales off of her base health, and so when she has such a high base health, it's hard to get her shield down. What I've been hearing from other alliance mates who use different champions here, and then from other people from other alliances and so forth, is just what a pain she is, because you just really do not have a large enough window to get her down when she's actually taking damage. And as you can see here, I'm really doing basically nothing here at the start. We are starting to get some fervor up. Not playing this well. I don't remember playing against Invisible Woman. I don't remember the last time was. So I'm just gonna kind of fast forward to this towards the end, and then we'll pick up on the next fight where we do a little better. All right, right there, we finally get the shield down with like 40 seconds left to go. And we just really don't have a ton of room to work in much damage here. You can see that, you know, Papa Luke does start to do some decent damage. And it's, for not having any charges, anything else, like, it's okay. We get like a tiny bit. I think we end up getting like maybe 4% off of her, I believe. So not terrible, but not good, just for that. It's just too small of a window, I think, and there might be something. I don't know if Kabam has any plans to kind of reduce her scaling on the shield there even further or anything, but it would be kind of nice, just because it just really is virtually no time of doing damage there. 600k something or other, 686 I think there was the damage we did on that one for our biggest hit. All right, so then this next one, we do have some charges, taking her down a little bit farther, and then we do get to get her shield down a little faster, I believe. I'll kind of skip forward to that. So as you can see now we're starting to do some decent damage here. Million on that heavy. With the extra burst, I forget about her invisibility, of course, because, you know, why not? Oh, and apparently there is a bug on Invisible Woman where sometimes she doesn't take any damage when you use your special 3 against her, I guess, or something. I don't know. I had not heard about that, but I heard about that from former Alliance mate Cam. Shout out to Cam. Hope he's doing well. That was a nice one. That was a good L2 there. But as you can see, again, it just really takes like the whole fight to really get damage done against her, and we're still not at that damage cap. So I think that's about like 10% of her max health there that we did. So 12 being the damage cap. It's not too shabby. We got now we're going back in pretty much fully charged up with all of our raid fervor. I have learned to not actually hit into her when she's invisible, so that's a plus. And then in this fight, we go ahead and we do max out the damage cap, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward here, basically to the end where we're actually doing the hitting the damage cap instead of getting timed out, and you can see what that looks like. I didn't really mean to keep getting to a special 3 here too, it just kind of happened, so I think maybe just going with the L2 is the better way to go. Alright, there we go. Now we got it down and we're starting to do some damage, and we're only like a minute into the fight. So that's much faster. When you have your charges, your roll, fervor, raids, for whatever the heck it is. I don't know. It's you do more damage. It's way more fun. So when you're working together as a team and your other people have gotten those up for you, then yeah, do a bunch of damage much faster. The shield comes back up, so we're doing nothing again. But we'll get it down again because we are pretty much maxed out on our raid fervor here, and so we're pretty good to go. And yeah, right back to doing big damage again. Papa Luke's indestructible coming in handy again. 580k medium, big L2. I don't know exactly what it was in that one, didn't crit, but looked pretty good anyways. And bing, bang, boom, there we go. We hit the damage cap with about 12 seconds to spare. So definitely not a super easy fight, but it is doable. Papa Luke, when he's charged up, I mean, I would highly recommend getting whoever it is that you're going to have doing damage on that one, whether it be Iron Man, I think, or Hulkbuster still do well, then do that. Here we have a fight against the Professor X boss, and again, this one, nothing maxed out, no charges maxed out. I'm just trying to figure out. I like the fact that I think he's much more player friendly to fight against than MODOK was. The callouts on this one being the whiff attacks and the you know, hit into his block. There's always such an issue with the MODOK one because you're using champions a lot of time like Hulkling or somewhere where they go unblockable, and so hitting into the block didn't really work, and it was tough to do that. But you can see with like no charges in this fight and me not playing particularly well because I haven't fought against the Professor X in a little while, that we still do just fine. Get plenty of damage out of Papa Luke here, and he gets like, I don't know, 4 or 5% off. I just wanted to see what this would look like, so I had all of the fights in this video for you guys before I put it out. Maybe we'll see if the rest of my alliance mates don't take this guy down instantly when the revives refresh in a couple days. We'll see if maybe I can get a fight in where I am all maxed out on charges and see if Papa Luke can hit the damage cap against Professor X. Pretty sure he'll be able to. I think that we do like 4 or 5% damage off his total health in this fight here without having any charges, so I assume that having everything all charged up, you'd totally be able to just fine. But maybe I'll put that out separately or something. But I just wanted to have these all 4 fights, just showing how Papa Luke does in this incarnation of raids and showing off, you know, how much fun he is and what a good champion he is. So we will finish out the rest of this fight, and then I opened the 10 Valiant crystals I got, because out of those raids chests, I got 50% I don't remember if I got, well, I got 50% from the selector of the tier 6 cast catalyst. I don't know if I just got a 25% or 50% straight up on the other one. It wasn't a selector. And then I got 10 Valiant Crystals. And that is the one thing I would say about raids, which, as far as I know, Kabam has no intention of changing anything. But those chests, they really just do feel extremely uneven and not fun. Like, I know people who've gotten Ultra, I know people who've gotten the 1500 units out of it. I know people who get the 4K Titan shards, and when you're just pulling tier 6 class catalysts when you don't really need tier 6 class catalysts that much, it just doesn't feel good. And 10 Valiant Crystals, you know, we'll see the results of those in a minute. Those could always be, you could get a couple of 7 stars out of 10 Valiant Crystals. Who knows? It's all RNG. And yeah, you know, like that's fine as having an element of RNG in those raids chests. I just wish that they had something like on base being the tier 6 class catalyst or something, and then RNG after that. So you got something good and then also something after that. See, the biggest hit there was only 410k, but we did take off like 4 or 5%, so that's with no charges basically. And then I just popped in, open these Valiant Crystals just to have a little something at the end of the video. And like I said, we get basically nothing. Get a couple 6 stars in here, so there are some 7-star shards, and I get like a 6-star selector, which is just ISO for me. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy, please smash the like button for Papa Luke. Leave a comment down below what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.